ready to kick off the Second Amendment rally here in Madison, Wisconsin. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. It is snowing out here. I see. And I ain't talking about the lakes. I'm not talking about that. We right here. Look at this. We right here. We are right here. Everybody we representing. Look at this. We are right here. Look at this. The capital, Wisconsin, right here. We're right here. Everybody share this. We are right here. This is Maurice Delk, and I am live. We are all live over here. We are all live. I see no protesters out here. We don't see it. Right here, look at this, y'all. We are over here. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm Mo. What's up?
I'm Nick.
All right, good to meet y'all. Much love to y'all. Much love, much love. All right, all right. We are live here on YouTube and Facebook, right here. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, pretty good. Pretty good. MAGA, like, oh, there we go.
You from somewhere.
You saw to see my videos all over the place.
Probably. How are you? Remind me your name?
Maurice Delk.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm a
you
Maurice
spoke
Delk.
in Washington, D.C.
Yes, I did.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Someone just called me Will Johnson. So, hey, what's up, Will? Yeah, but
that's awesome. You just drove up here?
No, I came up with a friend. We drove here together.
Great.
You know,
Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
Originally from Chicago. I live in Milwaukee right now. So,
okay.
Yeah. Where you from?
Madison.
Oh, you from out here? This is a liberal city. Where was that? That's what I'm waiting for.
There was a guy by the name of Justin Lant,
okay.
real name Anthony Zelot,
okay.
who was talking about babysitting this rally. Imagine that.
Oh.
He wants to babysit a group of people who are open caring.
What?
Can't get any more insane than that. Well, thanks for coming.
Hey, anytime. Thank you for coming. Thank all y'all. Patriots in the house. What's going on, y'all? We are right here. We are right here. Yeah. Someone walked on and said, "Hey, Will, I follow your videos." I look like, I'm not Will Johnson. He said, "Oh, sorry. Oh, you know, like yeah." They getting us mixed up over here. We're way on the West Coast. Way on the West Coast. We right here. We right here. Look at this. All right. All right. MAGA. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got police over here. We got everybody in. We are here. And it is cold out here. It is cold out here. I should have got me some gloves, but that's okay. That's okay. Hold on, I'm putting my charger in my pocket. So I got me a charger with me. I'm right here. Right here, y'all. We are here. We are in the house. We about to kick off right here. We are right here. We got some amazing brothers, right, y'all. Still no snowflakes. Hey, how you doing? All right, all right. Got all the Patriots in the house. I don't see no snowflakes over here, though. Y'all know me, right? But, ooh, wait. I am enjoying myself. I will be doing live coverage on also YouTube also. So, hey, MAGA. I'm here in Waukesha. What's up, Waukesha in the house? We got Waukesha in the house. Okay, we got this right here. We are right here. Yes, thank you everybody for sharing this. Sharing this, Karen. Thank you. Look, I should got me some gloves. Look at it, my hands are just, but you know, that's all right. I can handle it. I can handle it. Look, don't throw it on you. Look at this. What's going on, brother? Pretty good. How you doing, eh? All right, man. Where you from? Point? All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. What you expect out of here at the event, man? What you expecting great things to happen out here?
I hope so.
Yeah, making history out here?
Good speakers lined up for today.
Amen, amen. That's what I'm talking about. Good speakers, and man, right here. Look at this. It's cold out here, and it's a little snowing a little bit, but we still out here. We still out here. We are still out here. Just walking around, and we are over here. We in here. How you doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, just coming through. Coming through. There you go. There you go. There go Maria. Hey.
Hi, Patriots.
Hey, what's going on? We got Menominee Falls in the house right here. I see you. How you doing, Kim? Menominee Falls in the house. Hey, Gina.
Wisconsin's first rally.
Yeah.
Rally.
Yeah, the Patriots in the house, in the heezy. There you go. We are in here. Look at this. Look at it. We are all right here. Hey there, Marcy.
NRA. There's a bunch of groups here.
Yeah. We got some wonderful people over here. Look at this. And you know, and people calling me Will Johnson over here, man. I can't get over that. That's all right. Will's a good dude. Keep calling me Will. Y'all can keep calling me Will. Yeah, they're calling me Will. See this. Tell people I'm not Will.
He's not Will. But he will be a patriot.
Yes.
That's the will that he's got.
Yes.
I mean, look at this. The will to be out here in this 32-degree weather.
Yes.
It's snowing, 50-mile-an-hour gusts.
Yes.
You couldn't ask for better patriots here in Wisconsin.
Right. So everybody share this, man. Share everything. Every rally that you see right now, share everybody out.
There's going to be quarterly rallies. One of the national groups is talking with the news media. The news media is here.
News media.
And we're looking forward to some more Second Amendment rallies. Stand up for your country, Patriots.
Stand up
we
for
love
your
you.
country. We love you. Stand up for your country. You know, because the left don't want to stand up for the country. You know, they have this globalist agenda. We're gonna shut them down. This is our time to shine, everybody. This is our time to shine. This is our time to shine. Thank you for sharing, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for sharing this. We are right here. Look at this. Look at that. Right here at the Capitol. Look where we at, y'all. Look where we at. And the people better recognize when they wake up next morning, Trump will still be your president. He will still. If you're offended, I will help you pack. For real. We are right here. We are on point right here. How you doing? How you doing, sir?
Hey.
All right, Patriots.
Hi.
MAGA, how you doing? There you go again. MAGA. Yeah. We got many people watching right now. We all over. Let's make this go viral and everybody share this.
Yeah, share the heck out of it.
Share the heck out of it. Come on now. We got this.
We are the majority.
Yeah, we are the majority. And we have taken this country back.
And we'll continue to do so.
And we will continue to do so, right? It's because I'm black, isn't it? How cross-leading racist are you? See, I see some snowflakes melting. Snowflakes are melting.
Come up to the front.
Beautiful.
Come up here. Everybody, Brian Miller, Griffin Jones. Phil Anderson will be showing up a little bit later. So we're going to start out the rally with the national anthem sung by Jeff Ogren.
And we ain't kneeling either.
I'll let him have the stage.
We don't kneel.
Please remove our hats. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does
can you hold it for a second? Just 1 second. Right there. All right. Put my hat on. All right. Have to remove my hat. So I respect the country. We remove a hat and we don't kneel over here. We don't kneel.
No kneeling.
No kneeling.
Never.
Hey, brother, thanks for
Kneeling
serving.
offends me.
Air Force guy here, button pusher.
Pledge allegiance
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah!
Everybody's going to speak now. Madison!
Right! Well, I am Open Carry Terry, and I am very happy to be with you here in Madison on this beautiful, sunny, oh, wait a minute, no, I guess it's kind of crappy and cold, but hey, we are standing up for the Second Amendment, and that's all that matters.
Yeah!
Was here a couple
What's going on,
weeks ago,
brother?
On the other side of the
All right.
for the March for Our Lives, the attempt to take the name from March for Our Lives and actually marches to save lives against abortion. And so I'm standing down there on State Street as I'm having all these snowflakes walking by and chanting, hey, hey, ho, ho, the NRA has got to go. Now, they will say, if you're a part of the NRA, that you are a racist or you are a terrorist. Yet, they don't know the history of the NRA because the NRA started out training black people to use guns so that they could defend themselves against the militant wing of the Democratic Party known as the Ku Klux Klan.
Yep.
But yet, I get up behind them, they're talking, and all of a sudden this chant, Black Lives Matter breaks out. I will bet that not one of those people have ever stood in front of Planned Parenthood and chanted something like that. Saying that in this country, over 1,800 black abortions.
Say it.
So, if you're for the NRA, teaching and training black people how to use guns, but you're for abortions, that makes you for civil rights, but yet the NRA makes you a terrorist. I'm not quite figuring out where their logic is coming from.
Right.
Then on top of that, I think that's the reason why they call it snowflakes, because the brains are frozen, to tell you that it's true. Then they say that Trump is a terrorist or Trump is Hitler. Police are racists that just want to shoot black people. But then on the other hand, they want Trump to take all the guns away from us and that the police should be the only ones who have the guns. I'm not quite figuring that out as well, but again, I believe myself, just among us, don't let anybody else hear this, I think being a progressive is a mental illness, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So anyways, we are here to support the Second Amendment in response to the unfortunate shooting that happened in Parkland, Florida. Now, the question that I have for you is this. We had a young man who tragically took the lives of 17 people. Yet this young man was known by the FBI a year ago when there was a YouTube video made by him where he said he wanted to be a professional shooter, or a professional school shooter, that is. 1 month before the shooting, the FBI was called again to say this guy is going to be a school shooter. The Broward County Sheriff, or as I call the Coward County Sheriffs, went to this young man's house 38 times and did nothing. Now, because of that, 2 of those sheriffs have been suspended. The counselor in the school knew that he had made death threats to his ex-girlfriend and her current boyfriend, so he was suspended from school. He wasn't allowed to carry a backpack and eventually was expelled from the school as well. So the government, or the system, failed those 17 people, but yet we're supposed to hand in our guns so that same government and same system can protect us. Now, we hear all of those kids that are being used by those who wish to destroy the Second Amendment. We hear their complaints, but yet we don't hear the complaints of those 17 people that the government failed to protect, but yet they say they're going to protect us. Now, we know throughout history, the greatest shooting is not the shooting that was in Orlando. It is actually at Wounded Knee, where nearly 300 Native Americans were killed by the U.S. government. There is a word called democide. If you look it up, the definition is unarmed people who are killed by government. University of Hawaii did a study, and they estimate in the 20th century, there have been 263 million people who have lost their lives because of government. And yet we're supposed to hand in our guns so that they can protect us. Now, we know what happens when guns are taken away. We can look at the Soviet Union. We can look at Mongolia. We can look at China with Mao Zedong. Of course, we can look at Germany with the Nazis as well. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be a victim like those people unfortunately were. So I'm not going to get one damn gun that I have.
Yeah!
I just wanted to tell you, I am very happy to be here with you. Thank you, Thomas, for the opportunity to speak here. Last night when I was sleeping, I was thinking about how this is going. I was supposed to be cold and everything else like that, but we're from Wisconsin, so
there's snowflakes across the street.
For us. But as I was sitting there thinking, I fell asleep and I had a dream. I had a dream that I rose to the mountaintop. I had a dream that I saw my brothers and sisters of all races standing side by side.
Yes.
Their AR-15s, their AR-10s, their Mini-14s, their AK-47s, as we looked up and sang, "Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty you gave us the Second Amendment, for we are free at last."
Yeah! Whoa! Yes.
I'm going to introduce Joshua Thame. Sorry if I mispronounce your name every time I say it. That was a good speech. Thank you. Yeah. All right, so I wrote a little something here. So I'm going to say hello, fellow Patriots. My name is Joshua. Thank you all for being here today. I'm a member of the 3% United Patriots. Over the last few years, I've met and talked to many of you, even though I haven't met you personally. Many of you in the Patriot movement, some of you wonderful and caring people. I'm proud to call each and every one of you family. Not by blood, or our religious beliefs or non-religious beliefs, by our common love and ideas of what it means to truly be an American. We're all gathered here across this nation today. Has been under attack. There has been so much blame on individuals and groups like the NRA that it's their fault or a specific gun's fault. That's not the case. It is the individual who heartlessly and savagely committed a crime or atrocity. For the majority of us, we are law-abiding citizens. We are patriots. We are hunters. We are just common individuals who wish to protect ourselves and our families from the criminal element or the next mass shooter. We have made our choice not to be a victim, to stand against all enemies, foreign and domestic, to preserve our liberties and our freedoms. The majority of us are not anti-government, we are anti-tyranny. Bill after bill has been introduced to yet infringe on the Second Amendment. States and towns are now creating laws to disarm law-abiding citizens. While nothing has been done to further enforce the laws we already have, the criminals who break the law day in and day out, there's laws on them. Places like Deerfield, Illinois, say to get rid of a certain type of weapon will be fined $1,000 today. That is the direct definition of government tyranny. Thomas Jefferson said, "No free man shall ever be debarred the use of arms." This does not give anyone the right to tell us what arms we are not allowed to have.
Amen.
Yeah, on the top corner of that one.
As George Washington said, a free people ought not only be armed and disciplined, but they should have sufficient arms and ammunition to maintain a status of independence from any who might attempt to abuse them, which would include their own government. For me, it's clear. I have made my choice. The Constitution is the guide which I will never abandon. We are a constitutional republic. We, the people, protect our individual liberty. Far too long, we have let others put their interpretation on the Second Amendment while completely ignoring our Ninth Amendment, which states, "The enumeration in the Constitution for certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people." One person's interpretation cannot supersede others based on their opinion. This is the amendment protecting all the others that come before it, and individual liberty should always come first. We are a nation of laws. The Second Amendment is non-negotiable or debatable. It reads, "A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." Infringe means to encroach upon in a way that violates law or the rights of others. Any laws against our Second Amendment is infringement and will not be tolerated. We cannot and will not stand quietly by while our political leaders continue to restrict our liberties and freedoms. Some of them want more gun laws while they completely ignore others. How can that be acceptable? We will vote them out. They will realize that the American people are tired of their lawlessness. If we do not continue to stand up for our rights and our freedoms, I fear for our children and our children's children. What life will they have? Will they be free? Or will they be persecuted for voicing their opinion? Too many men and women have died for this great nation in the name of freedom to allow a repeal of any amendment. The sacrifices they have made and continue to make shall not be disgraced by the constant attack on our constitutional republic. We, the people, thank you. All those who have served and continue to serve in honor of this great nation. Thank you, veterans. If there's any here today, thank you.
Yeah!
Benjamin Franklin said, "Any society that will give up a little liberty to gain a little security will deserve neither or lose both." Thomas Jefferson said, "If a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he is obligated to do so." And I feel that way about the Second Amendment and others. Freedom of speech. I mean, we've all seen the news. I cannot speak for the rest of you, but I will not follow any more unjust laws. I will fight for my rights as an American, people's rights. I will always fight and stand for freedom and liberty in its true form until my last breath. I thank y'all for coming today. Please be safe and stay the true course.
Yeah!
I guess it's my turn. Ladies and gentlemen, I spent a month with you. I planned this rally with the help of all of you. I want to thank you for that distinct honor and privilege. But I got to tell you that the past month has been hard because I thought about this speech and it was hard to write. Not because I couldn't think of something to say, but there's so much to say. I wanted to pour everything I felt onto a page so that I might possibly show you what freedom meant to me. Yet how can a man hold up a fire such as liberty and say, look, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, but it's dimming. How could I show you the lamp, or the dimming thereof? The lamp that lights the world is poised to falter. But will we let it fail? A beacon that was lit long ago to show that a place can exist where many people can come together as one. From every corner of the earth, they can live under one law, the Constitution. A law that secures rights granted by our Creator, not our government. These rights exist whether they are being infringed upon or upheld. The linchpin to these rights is the Second Amendment, which is the people's power to protect and preserve their personal sovereignty. Yet here we sit, the people telling us, crying out to us, you must do something. Children are dying. They blame the guns. They blame the NRA. They blame you. They blame me. And they place blame everywhere but where it belongs. We as Americans must look in the mirror and say it is not my freedom or their freedom or your freedoms that are the problem. It is the void of consequences. In a world that blames inanimate objects for crimes rather than recognize the existence of evil. This evil is not the product of too much freedom, but too little empathy. We stare through cell phone cameras and watch atrocities on Facebook. We talk about humanity in cold tones of contempt, as if we dehumanize anyone that is not ourselves. This is the world we live in today. Children dictate to their parents. Tradition is despised. We are vainglorious in this brave new world where children lead. They lead the world not knowing where they lead it to, nor the forces by the forces they can't comprehend. In this era of the intolerance of tolerance, we are still celebrating injustice. Intolerance in the diversity of ideas has become the hate's flavor of the week, saying that only one set of ideas is allowed to be heard or accepted as truth, and that the truth shall never be questioned, lest the full force of society fall down upon it like a thunderclap. Children are being taught that inanimate objects is to blame for the killing of so many of their peers, but they are taught nothing of consequences, because what consequences do we have if we can blame objects used to commit crimes rather than the people that commit them? What faulty logic is that? So we watch as they put semi-automatic weapons on trial rather than the murderers. I stand here a proud gun owner. Because of my reverence for the Constitution, I stand here a proud gun owner because of my refusal to be a victim. Now they tell me I must give up my gun, or that because it is the easiest course of action, because it is the easiest salve for the wounds of the nation, wounds that have gone far beyond the point of infection. I say enough. It is time we focus on the real issues and stop blaming guns. Stop trampling our rights. Stop allowing our voices to be silenced on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter. Stop calling us fake news and saying our president is a Nazi.
Yes.
Stop persecuting. Start understanding. No more ground will be given on our constitutional protections of our natural rights. It is time to restore them and heal our nation. Thank you. That was a little emotional. Griffin Jones.
How are we all doing today? Good. See you out here. So he didn't say it, but I'm running for United States Senate, representing the Republican nomination. First of all, before I get going, I want to make sure that when we leave here today, we take a look at the area around us on the ground. We've seen these marches where people, they leave all their trash on the ground and they don't stand for their principles of environmental protection, so let's make sure that we don't do that today. So thank you all for coming out today, despite the weather, coming out today to show support for the Second Amendment right to bear arms. I know it's a right that all of us care very deeply about. And thank you for making this a peaceful demonstration. You know, we know that Democrats, liberals, that they can organize and fundraise and put together marches, and they might have George Clooney and Oprah and Hollywood celebrities and talk show hosts on their side. They maybe have even taken our schools by force. But we have God-given natural rights and the Constitution of the United States of America on our side.
Yes.
So I want to take the energy that we brought here today at this rally and take it back home with you. Make sure that you're calling your legislators. You're setting up appointments with them. You're going to city council meetings. You're going to town hall meetings. And you're making your voices heard, because that's where the energy that's created at this rally today is actually going to take life and help preserve our cause. Another thing you need to do is make sure that you understand candidates for office, their positions on these issues. And that's one of the reasons that I'm here talking to you today. Now, if you listen to those that would oppose this demonstration today, you know what they would all say. They would say that people at this rally are undesirable and dangerous. They might even call you Bible-thumping, gun-toting, redneck, flag-waving, truck-driving that subsists on a diet of squirrel, bush light, and skull. Now, to be fair, there may be some people here that are gun owners, that are also followers of Jesus Christ, that jive trucks, wave flags. They may even eat the occasional squirrel, drink the occasional Bud Light, and you might have a dip in your lip right now. But you notice what word I used the first time that I didn't use the second time? Uneducated. Now, I've had a good chance to get to know a lot of you over the last couple of months, and I found all of you to be anything but uneducated. Many of you are very educated on history and the tragedies that have happened when we allow the government to disarm us. Many of you are very educated on your constitutional rights, the Constitution, the Federalist Papers, and various other documents that have spelled out freedom, liberty, and the mindset of the founders of this country. Many of the people in this audience today are former military, current military, police, EMTs, and firefighters, and I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your service and your contributions to this state, city, and country. Many of the people in the audience today are also very well versed on survival tactics, firearms, emergency medical methods, and you are ready to help your fellow man out at any moment. And we appreciate that. Several of you are from groups that sent money, supplies, and support down to Texas and down to Florida to help your fellow Americans out when they were in a time of need. So today I call on you to take this knowledge and these skills and share them with your fellow citizens. You know, a lot of times people get into these battles on Facebook, and they're endless, and they don't really go anywhere, and they don't bring us any closer to resolving any of our issues. Today I encourage you not to seek conflict or argument, but rather dialogue and conversation. As the great Chinese philosopher, general, and military strategist Sun Tzu said, the supreme art of war is to subdue your enemy without fighting. Now, I certainly don't encourage you to view people that oppose your view as your enemy. And you will have to understand that there are some people that are just going to want to ban guns and they're never going to change their mind on that. But for everyone else, we do more to preserve our cause by being calm and respectful educators. Be ladies and gentlemen. Be good stewards for our issue. If you identify someone that opposes your views, don't push them away, but pull them closer to you. Keep in mind that some people didn't grow up with guns. Some people's impressions of guns are formed by the TV and movies and video games. And they maybe have had some event happen in their life, or they've never really heard a story about someone who's defended their life in their home with a firearm. So instead of pushing them away, I encourage you to invite them to your homes. Show them your firearms. Show them what they can do. Dispel the myths. Dispel the misinformation. If you happen to have an AR-15, show them the difference of what an AR-15 can do versus a shotgun or a rifle or a handgun, something like that. Having face-to-face conversations and offering people new experiences will do much more to expand their horizons and change their minds about these issues than internet arguments. I encourage you to take the first step, make the first offer, and reach out to those who oppose you in a productive manner. Do not fight misinformation and false equivalencies with misinformation and false equivalencies. I encourage you to avoid talking in memes and referencing Tide Pods as much as that's an attractive thing to do, and snorting condoms and stuff like that. But rather stick to the core principles of liberty, freedom, and defense from tyranny. Now, as I said, I'm running for United States Senate, so I should probably outline a few of the things that I intend to do and a few of the things that I believe. And the first one of those is nominating and approving of judges. And we've seen how important that is. That's one of the things that a senator does. They approve judges, whether that's Supreme Court, appellate judge, district court, executive nominations. And we've seen how important that is when we have an issue that liberals take to a liberal court and then they overturn a ruling or they block an action. So that's a very important thing. And before I approve any judge, I will have a firm understanding of their interpretation of the Second Amendment, and I will have them in their own words describe to me what the words "shall not be infringed" means to them. Another thing that I promised is to work with the major networks. We have too much misinformation out there and it's hard to fight through. And when people have short conversations and all of their information comes from memes, it's very hard to change people's minds. So we need to have fact-checked conversations on national TV to work through some of these issues, and that will make people see some of these issues much more clearly. One of the other things is that you may have seen that some of the big banks have decided they're going to stop financing gun manufacturers. On Thursday, Senator Kennedy of Louisiana, in a hearing before the head of the CFPB, said that he will be filing a complaint with the CFPB over that discriminatory lending practice. And if elected, I will be joining him in that fight. We cannot allow that to happen where they will choose to legislate through lending actions. That's ridiculous crap. So now I also recognize the sensitivity that we have when talking through restrictions and gun laws. And I will be including you in all of those conversations. Providing a clear and concise understanding of what the discussions are, how they affect you, and how they affect all Americans.
Snowflake melting.
I will always fight for due process. I will fight to make sure that people are enforcing the current laws, and those that fail to enforce our current laws are held accountable. I will not support raising the age to buy a firearm to 21 years old, but rather fight to ensure that an adult in this society has the right to defend their life, family, property, and home with a firearm. I will fight to remove gun-free zones, which create safe spaces for criminals to operate in without the fear of being challenged. I will fight for concealed carry, reciprocity, and ultimately constitutional carry. Now, as I have requested of you all today to be educators, I will also seek to be an educator of statistics, an educator of history, and a dispeller of myths and misinformation provided to the American people. I thank you for your time. I thank you for being here. I thank you for listening. And God bless each and every one of you. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, National and Wisconsin 3%, Brian Miller.
Well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This was ratified in 1791 and it guarantees our God-given right.
Another snowflake.
Those who wish to not own or possess firearms are afforded that right as protected under the Constitution. It's not our right to place upon them forced to own firearms, just as it's not their right to restrict or demand we do not, or we give up our rights. The rights of gun owners have been constantly assaulted and infringed upon by calling for more legislation and going as far as outright bans, just as like we've seen in Deerfield, Illinois and Highland Park, Illinois. We've heard many say, we don't want to take your guns away. The next day, the rhetoric says different. They claim our founding fathers had no idea what the future would hold when it came to weaponry. We shouldn't be allowed to possess a semi-automatic firearm. The notion from those who wish to dismantle our rights based upon an appearance of a firearm rather than its functionality, it's absurd. The Second Amendment wasn't written to preserve hunting or whatever else someone claims. It was written with clear intention as described in the Federalist Papers. The Second Amendment is our tool to take back our government when it becomes tyrannical and is no longer for the people, by the people. People fail to realize the Constitution is in place to protect our rights from the government. And if we follow along and allow this to happen, we will no longer have the tools to stop them from stripping our rights further. I find it extremely sickening that we as a society continually attack a tool when it comes to gun crimes instead of the individual who chooses that tool. We don't blame cars for drunk driving deaths. We blame the driver. We can take it a step further and say we don't blame cars for texting and driving deaths. We blame the driver. We don't blame bombs for bombings. We blame the individual who uses the bomb. We don't blame knives for stabbings. We blame the individual who uses the knife. Statistics clearly state that the so-called assault rifle is a minor blip when it comes down to it. In fact, hammers have killed more people statistically than a firearm or than an assault rifle. It's extremely troubling that those who wish to push these assault rifle bans can't even tell us what an assault rifle is. The modern sporting rifle they claim the modern sporting rifle has no purpose but to kill. We all know if you shot one, it's not a high-powered rifle. We can use them to hunt. The Armalite Rifle Design 15, AR-15, is one of the easiest firearms to learn to shoot. It's one of the easiest to hunt with. It's one of the easiest to defend yourselves with. The only people that are out here claiming we shouldn't have these want to take them away from us and say they're militarized, that only law enforcement and military should have them. But they're the same people saying that law enforcement shouldn't have them. But where do we stand? Then I'm going to end it real quick and short and sweet. Rights don't change because technology advances. And if this was the case, we wouldn't have free speech anymore. It wouldn't be protected via text, email, cell phones, texting, whatever. I'm going to leave you with this quote from Thomas Jefferson. I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. Wisconsin 3%.
All right.
Wisconsin 3% Commander, Colonel Mark Groom.
Thank you, everybody, for coming up today. I'm glad to see you guys come out. Those who stayed home, I guess that's what they want to do. But it just shows the integrity of my people that I have here in Wisconsin that showed today. And I'm not going to stand up here and thump a drum about the same thing about the AR-15 being taken away and all this other stuff. I'm just going to tell you guys, if they come to take our weapons, I'm going to stand and fight. I will not go quietly into the night. And I just want all of you guys to be there when we call. Thank you. God bless you all for coming.
God bless you.
And I want everybody to have a safe trip home. God bless.
God bless.
Jason Cravenger is going to speak.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Afternoon.
Afternoon, whatever. I'm one of the people that had to use a gun to save my life. And unfortunately, someone else was killed because of it. That's something to live with. But that's also an option that everybody needs to have, is to have that gun to save their life. The guy that tried to kill me was a felon in possession of 4 firearms. Gun laws did not prevent him from getting a gun. He had a violent history, mental disorders, and a drug problem. More gun laws do not stop any crimes from happening. And I see that flag over there to my right with the blue line through it. Those are the people that will take your guns. There are very few cops that will not take your guns. They will follow orders, just like they did in Puerto Rico, just like they did during Hurricane Katrina. I doubt there's one cop over there or over there that will come up here and say, "From my cold, dead hands." My life matters as much as yours does. Is there any cop that will come up here and say it? You guys say call your representatives, call your senators. They won't do a damn thing. You know they're done with their legislative session for the end of the year. You're paying them to go home and sit on their ass for the rest of the year. Now I know we have a candidate over here, wherever he went. He's a good guy, and I appreciate him. I think he'll make a difference. I know a few of you guys, a good chunk know me. But don't put your faith in the people that will just follow orders. Mm-hmm. From my cold, dead fucking hands. Yeah.
Steve from Wisconsin, 3%.
Hey guys, this is just a short message. The bottom line is we're here because we have the right to be here. And we're here today about the Second Amendment. If we lose that table to stand on, we have nothing to defend the rest of the Constitution and our rights with. Right. This is what we protect our Constitution with. Right. If we concede this, we concede our Constitution and our rights. Yes. 3%. America first.
America first. You dig?
So we're supposed to have Phil Anderson speak. He says he can't make it till 2:30. If anybody wants to come up, speak their piece, anybody wants to say anything, they can. If you don't want to stick around, I can't keep you guys here. It's cold. Here's Bert.
Hey, I got a couple things to say. You know, we've been getting restricted our whole lives, our grandparents' lives, and our great-grandparents' lives. It's time to stop the restrictions on the Second Amendment. The first time was 1934. The NFA was created. They taxed machine guns to the point that people turned them in. It was a $200 tax on a $50 weapon. People gave them up willingly at that point. And then, further on down the road, next generation, we had the Gun Control Act of 1968. The Gun Control Act of 1968 further restricted our rights and took away anything larger than a .50 caliber weapon. Is there any reason that anybody here should not be able to own something like that? I don't believe there is. Law-abiding citizens should be able to own whatever weapons they see fit to own. Then further on down the road, we had the Firearm Owners Protection Act, as they called it, in 1986. What happened there? They prevented the manufacture or importation of new machine guns for civilians. Now, only our law enforcement officers and military can buy new machine guns, which all of a sudden brings a $600 gun up to about $10,000 if you want to own one legally, because they can no longer import them or manufacture them here. No more restrictions.
No more!
Anyone else want to speak? Anyone?
Let's get on.
If any of you would like to take a group picture, just huddle up and I'll be able to take a picture of everyone. So all of you guys, please. So all of you, please.
Everybody huddle up. Smooth up.
And you, Kurt, all
Yeah, I thought about it just like a spirit of mine. Kind of.
I think we're heading out.
I like to be prepared.
You are afraid?
What?
No, I'm not afraid. Hey. Hey.
You want to talk?
Yeah, I'll say something.
I've been trying to.
I'll go ahead and say something.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and say something. Oh, please. Oh, is it done with?
Going up there. It's free. Okay.
Gonna take off the fake beard, bust out the real one here. I'm Dan. I run a site. It's called Tactical Reviews, podcast, all of that stuff. If anybody wants to contact me on there, I'd love to have you on our weekly podcast. You can talk whatever it is that you want to talk. It's a good place to get out. Got thousands and thousands of followers. Love to have you on there. I got one lined up for next week. It's a family in La Crosse. You may have seen them in the news. They're suing the school principal because they sent their son home. He had a couple of guns spelled love on his shirt, and that was inciting violence.
Mark is in.
Sent him home. So they are suing the school. I guess Wisconsin Carry Inc. is helping out with that. So I'll be talking to them on Thursday. I deal a lot on Twitter, stuff like that, and I'm told that I'm apparently a magnet for snowflakes. I have been called everything from uneducated to pedophile to coward. I've been told that I'm going to have my head stamped. I'm going to get beat stupid. I'm going to be killed. I've had death threats and everything.
How's the turnout?
As far as beating me up, none. None have showed up. I am disabled. I have a lot of health problems, but I still showed up today in this crappy Wisconsin weather. I am not a fair weather patriot. I am not a fair weather 3%er. I do my part. And I'm here to help anyone. If you need a voice online, contact me. Tacticalreviews.com is a hyphen between tactical and reviews. You can find me. I'll be happy to talk to any one of you. Give you a voice. Thank you.
Thank you. Kind of like a typewriter and a telephone. Okay.
Amo!
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm Maurice Delk, and I have left the Democratic plantation 3 years ago. That don't mean because you black that you got to vote Democrat. It's time for us to wake up, and I have woken up, you know. I wish this country was more together, but you know what? It's our time to shine. It's our time to rise up. It's our time to help protect the American people, because we are the American people. We will come against globalism. We will come against socialism. We will come against communism, because we are the American people. We don't see color. We see character. So everybody rise up. Let's vote them out. Let's make sure that the Democrats will never get back in office again. So, patriots, let's rise up. This is our time. Rise up. Throw your fist in the air. This is our time. lives matter, but all lives matter. All lives matter. God has allowed our president to come in office and get in office. This is our time, you know. So let's rise up, y'all. I ain't gonna say too much. So keep America great.
Hey, Mo.
That was righteous, man. That was good.
Well said. Come on, guys. I'm sure somebody else has something to say out there.
Hey, listen, and all you people that have friends that you think you can't talk to because they think different than you, you're selling them short.
Much love, everybody.
Educate your friends
Boom.
that think different. Give them some facts. We're right when you're right. You've got something to stand on. Don't be afraid. Don't think you're going to be ridiculed. You probably will to a point, but my God, this is important stuff. Stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah, guys, I'm back again. I want to tell you all, we all got to start working together. Start showing up at the PTXs, practicing, drilling together so we know who each other is, so we can take and turn around and be a fine, upholding army. I'm getting, you know, just kind of, it's real saddening. I've been 3 years on commander here and been begging people to get together. I want all of our groups to work together. I don't want to kill my brothers out there with friendly fire because I don't know who the hell they are. It's time to start getting together and working together. All you guys get together in one big group and do an FTX. This way here, nobody will get in and infiltrate us. And we will keep our people, our people. We don't want outsiders getting in and causing havoc with us. And I'm sure every one of you, how many of you guys are veterans? How many of you guys swore the oath? Yeah, let's hear it, brothers. We all know that we got to depend on our battle buddies. And that's the way it is. If we don't know who you are, how can we trust anybody? The Marines and all the soldiers trained day in, day out, they sleep in the same frickin' barracks. They know who their buddies are. We practice once a month. We still got to know who our people are. All I can say, guys, I can see I got a group of people here that I'm really proud to be in front of. I mean, you guys showed up here in this crappy weather.
There's two over there, too.
And, I mean, I really, I'm in awe at the guys that showed. There should be so many more here, though. So you guys reach out to your guys that didn't show today. Let them know what went on. Make sure they see all the stuff on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever pages you're on. But it's time to stop being keyboard warriors and get out and do it. And start to show up. It's our problem that we've been preaching about for the last 5 years is coming to an end. And it's getting worse and worse. And one of these days, we're going to have to pick up a weapon and say enough is enough. I love y'all. Thank you for showing, brothers.
All right.
I came out here because I wanted to demand respect for my opinion, from my government, from my people. I'm tired of being censored, tired of being called names that I'm not. I'm tired of being disrespected. I'm tired of my Constitution being disrespected. I'm tired of police officers being disrespected. I'm tired of the military being disrespected. I'm tired of people disrespecting the flag. I'm tired of the police disrespecting us. I'm tired of disrespect. I came here to gain respect. Okay, that's all I got to say.
All right.
Hello, everybody. One of the most important things we all got to remember is participation. We have to participate in the electoral process. We have to keep our rights our rights. We can't let government take them away. We've given up enough. I don't need to preach to the choir. Most of you guys know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We've given up our rights little by little because we've allowed government to do it.
Yep.
We've got to stand up and say enough is enough. No more giving up our rights to government. No more allowing our elected officials who work for us to take our rights away. We have to let them know that we're not going to let them do it anymore. They're going to do it. We got to vote them out of office. If we can't get them out of office, we got to make sure that they know damn well we're watching their ass.
Red wave!
Let's keep the wave going. Remember, the revolution starts in the voting booth. All right? Peace out.
Peace out.
Hello, everyone. Seems like a common theme I'm hearing from at least the past few speakers has been unity, and we should not just be united as Second Amendment supporters, but ripple out to be united as Americans. And I know it seems like a tall order, but to unite as human beings as well. And a thought that came to mind was that when shit does hit the fan and we will have to help those humans who do not have the same beliefs, it seems like helping each other with things like preparedness and gardening and survival means with liberals would be one way to unite with them, because they do have skills with gardening and you know, that sort of stuff. But
snowflakes.
It's important that people not look at the differences, but see how we're similar. And my family has been in America for 18 generations. And my ancestors were in the American Revolution. And I got the fuck out of California, where I grew up, in order to be close to my roots, where there are going to be some people who actually respect the Constitution, and that's why I'm here. And our rights come from God, not from man's laws. So let's make sure we reinforce that in our hearts and minds. Thank you.
Hey. What's up, Maru? Smile. Choose. Hey.
Hi, y'all. It's great to be out here with Mo and other patriots. Love it.
Love it.
On social media, places like Europe, you say something that's deemed offensive, you can be jailed, you can be fined. We cannot falter, we cannot stand by and let our freedoms be whittled away. The difference between a free citizen and a subject is that a free citizen bears arms. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all!
Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Hey!
Yeah!
Yeah!
All right, guys. I need you to get louder here. I need you to get louder. Come on! Come on! Like you got up here! Sound off! Sound off!
Yeah!
Yes! Yes!
Yeah!
Let me get this squared away.
Bring it!
This is our appeal to heaven! Am I not right? Are you not familiar with that? Pine Tree Riot? The king was taking people's trees, taking property. This was before Don't Tread on Me. We cannot have our property taken from us anymore. We will not tolerate that. So many of our constitutional rights are being trampled upon. Our Second Amendment is the teeth. We cannot relinquish it. We cannot, will not, shall not let it go.
Amen.
It's a no-go, right? Yeah! I need you guys to get louder. Everyone around Madison needs to hear us. Because right now, we literally are surrounded by people who disagree with us. And that's fine, let them. But they want to encroach upon our rights. And we dare not want to do that, right? We want to be left alone. And we have the right to be left alone. We have the right to keep and bear arms. Regulate does not mean, oh, what you get to carry. No, it means you keep your shit squared away. That's all I gotta say about that. I love you guys. Defend freedom! Defend free will! Do not give up the ship! Don't give up anything! I love you. Peace. God bless you all. Love you.
Love you, bro.
Anyone else? Whoa.
I'd just like to say that if you got any friends out there that are not familiar with firearms or don't know where we're coming from, take them to the range. You may be surprised how many friends you can win that way. God bless.
It makes it feel anything. I gotta teach my ex-wife how to shoot a gun.
She's my ex-wife. I told my sister in Tennessee I was coming down today. She says, well, stay safe, Macy. I couldn't be in a safer crowd.
Yeah!
I'm down by myself, but people have got to stand up. And if you're alone, get down there anyway, because then we all make a group, you know? So anyway, I'm here. God bless you.
God bless. Yeah, we can bring it. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Well,
all right.
I've been asked quite a few times.
I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, we talk.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
All right.
March for our lives.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, y'all.
March for our lives, because without guns, we don't.
Good job, brother.
Hey, thanks, brother. Thanks. Hey, thanks.
Shit, man. Your words.
Hey, anytime, brother. All right, MAGA. Let's do this. Let's vote them out. Let's get them out of here. Let's kick them out. Let's get them out of here. All right. Hey.
Got some handworms in here.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. That's the key right there.
See, blue lives matter. See, blue lives matter, y'all. Everybody.
Where you guys come from?
Milwaukee.
Welcome, Madison.
All right. All right. This is it. Said everything's peaceful. I was hoping to see an Antifa out here, though. We was hoping to see an Antifa, right?
Right.
There, no Antifa. No Antifa?
No, none. they're snowflakes. We're out here in the cold and they're afraid of it.
Yeah, they're afraid of it. So, hold on. Maybe I can... Hey. Watch this. Yes. Oh, they'll give me for jaywalking over here? Trump 2020. That's quite all right. Trump 2020, y'all.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Do y'all like Donald Trump?
I'm a reporter.
Oh, you're right. Y'all like Donald Trump? Do y'all support Donald Trump?
I have mixed feelings.
You got mixed feelings? Why you don't like? I mean, what's your mixed feelings?
Well, you know, I think that he's not the most. He's kind of a slimy guy, but I'm not against all of his economic policies.
Okay, okay. Are you a liberal?
No.
Oh, so any liberals over here? Any liberals in the house? Nope. Any liberals? Okay, all right. I guess Madison ain't got no more liberals in here. Okay. Y'all American. Okay, that's what's up. All right. All right. About to head on out of here, y'all. Thank you, everybody from tuning in, everybody from sharing. Okay. Much love, everybody. All right. Keep America great.